Hello. How's it going? Just setting up some things. Waiting for the notification to go out. I doubt anybody's watching, but because it's kind of late. If you are, welcome. Let's see. Oh, that's convenient. Just setting up the thumbnail. That was weird. There we go. Wow, Facebook's being slow. Alright, never mind. Edit. Save. Okay, let's get into it. Oh yeah, so running through this round. So the audio should be switched. I don't even know if you can hear the game through that. Also, here's my mic. Now you can hear me. It's easy to forget about that sort of thing. Hello! Thank you for joining.
I'll find a use for you.
Now, let me make sure surround sound is off because it's really weird. Speech, yeah, the output device. Display graphics, okay, that's fine. Yeah, it sounds weird. Hello. Man, this game is beautiful. How's it coming through, I wonder? Is the quality okay? Might want to change it. Let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty low bit rate there. Let me, display graphics. We'll do this one. Apply. So I've been messing around on this game. It's pretty cool, and it just seems like really difficult to make like videos out of because what am I trying to say? It's like it's boring to watch, I think, but I think it'll be less boring if there's not really much pressure to like tell jokes while I'm doing it, and I can just chat with you guys. So that's why I'm doing this. I've gotten pretty good at the combat from when I first started. I definitely die a lot, that's for sure. but I just gained the ability to override other things like than the default. Like, so like I can override Sabertooth, saber people. I don't know.
These are helpful. Bitter, though.
Ooh, it's snowing. This game is just so beautiful to look at. Whoa. Yeah, so I could override one of these if I wanted, I think. Let's see. Blaze canister, body.
Grazers.
Yeah, I can
Can I
sneak up
grab
on
them if I
this.
don't split them?
Yeah, I can override these guys. So let me show you. I'm taking control of him. Now I can ride him, I think. Is that what he does? Oh, he's fighting for me. Go get him. Okay, that's clutch. Take that. Ow. Nope. Rock. Fight him! Fight him! Oh no! Oh wait, is that my... Oh, that's mine. Hey, good job, buddy! Hey. He killed them all. That's right. Oh gosh! Yeah. Okay. It does not go on forever. It's a good thing I've got those fast reflexes, those reaction times, am I right? Gosh, this game is beautiful. Can you hear me well? Am I outputting? Yeah. Okay. Can you hear the game? Yeah. Cool beans. Ooh. Oh, we're here. Hello. The voice acting for this game, I'm impressed with the voice acting and the storytelling. It's pretty cool. What are these guys doing? Hello? What the heck is going on with the shadows here? I've got some mad shadow glitches going on. It's pretty weird. Hi.
All-Mother bless you.
Feels more like a military camp.
I guess I'm going over here. Wait, what's that? Who are you? Why do you have a green...
Oh, it's you. The outcast turned seeker. I've heard you're good with bow and spear. Ew, some even say you're the best.
Oh,
I think I hear a challenge in there somewhere.
they've got quests.
And I'm not interested. I have more important things to do.
Oh,
Why is
I
this game
see.
so quiet?
The seeker doesn't have time for us lesser Nora. Too busy hunting machines and marauders. Well, I can't claim to have faced the corrupted or danced with demons, but I
Hang on.
have earned a few sons at the hunting grounds at Valleymeet.
I never danced with no
Have you?
demons.
Or
What are you talking
maybe
about?
your seeking hasn't taken you that far.
How
A few
did you win your
sons.
I took down machines with 3 different types of arrows: freeze, shock, and fire. If you aim to take a trial, you'd better come equipped.
This guy's giving me weird
But
vibes.
I'm sure a seeker is always prepared, right?
Not always. You gotta prepare.
You went to a hunting grounds in Valleymeet. Is that even in the Sacred Lands?
Depends on who you ask. It used to be ours, but since the Red Raids ended, the border is a bit unclear. Most Nora don't go there, but the matriarchs won't cast anyone out for heading that way. As for the hunting grounds, the keeper's a Karja. He can't refuse anyone the trials, but don't come on too strong. He's so afraid of the Nora, he might jump out of his skin.
Interesting.
Do you try to provoke everyone you talk to?
Only seekers with red hair and big reputations.
And how often do they come around?
You're the first I've seen today. If your seeking takes you to the hunting grounds, see if you can earn a blazing sun. If you do, you'll know you beat me.
Consider it done.
Maybe I don't want to beat you. Huh. It's only over there. I might try it out. But in the meantime, what's our main quest? Wow.
Here she is, the hero of Devil's Grief.
You darn
Come here,
toot.
girl. Been wanting to meet you.
The corruption. She's like heaps of guts.
So
Who's
many
talking?
wounded.
Mad.
Tribe's been hit hard.
Next time, I'll remember what the Matriarch's decree.
Who wants to meet me? Oh, pardon me. Excuse me, sir. Is it this person?
Curiosities.
Am I gonna have to turn on this quest? Oh, wait. Okay. No, no, no. Hang on. Majesties. That's you! My gosh. Alright, active quest. Now, who am I talking to? Oh, it was this lady.
So,
Aye.
you're Aloy. I've heard
Yes,
about you
I
from the
am.
war party, the hero of Devil's Grief.
Look at that facial
One of
tracking.
them, maybe. I didn't fight alone. You're Maria. Varl told me you'd know the way to Meridian.
The Karja capital.
Yes.
West will take you to it, but their soldiers will stop you long before you get there.
Oh, I
We
don't
can
think
try.
so.
No,
think
what
we
I
got
mean
this.
is there's a Karja fort that guards the pass between east and west. Word is the Karja have sealed the gate out of fear of the corrupted machines infesting our sacred land.
So if I clear out the corrupted machines, they'll open the border?
I suppose. But I can't spare any braves to help you.
Who said I needed help?
You'll clear the valley, all by yourself.
You darn
I'm good,
toot.
though.
For your sake? Better than good, I hope.
Okay, tell me
So
where the
I'll
Karja
find this
Fort
Karja
is.
Fort to the west, and beyond that, Meridian.
Yes, the Karja call the place Day Tower. It's not far from the Forsaken Village.
What Forsaken Village?
It had a name once, not that it matters now. I was born there.
What happened to it?
The war. The Karja
Hey, Rach.
destroyed in one of their red raids. I was 15 at the time. I got
Yeah,
away,
it's pretty
others
realistic.
weren't
So,
lucky.
Rach, the gist is,
The Nora
I'm
withdrew to
a,
this place,
I'm a,
Mother's Crown.
a super cool
Relinquished
hunter
our claim on
girl
the valley.
in
Even
a,
now, with the war behind us,
post-apocalyptic
we
world.
left
It's
the
like
valley be.
post-apocalyptic.
A kind of buffer
So-
between the Sundom and our sacred land.
There's machines running around. I'll show you some of them, but like they're supposed to be like they were from a different world. They were like from the beyond, the next stage from us. But we fight them, we hunt them with like primitive weapons like bows and spears and arrows and stuff like that.
So you're in charge of the defenses here.
I have Sona's counsel. Though she really should rest.
But yeah,
Good luck convincing her to
like
do
there's
that.
like a ton of different
Mother's
voice actors
Crown
and stuff
defends
like that, and they
itself.
did like motion
During
capture
the war,
for this.
it survived
This
15
isn't even the
assaults, broke
best
3 invasions.
setting.
will
I had to tone
endure.
it down so that it looked a little
Trying to
bit
live
better
up to
for.
glorious pasts as a way of getting people killed.
You wouldn't know this,
Yeah.
but I won the
It's
proving
just
the year I
scary.
ran.
There's
Like
a couple
you,
of seconds
I
of
started off
delay
behind,
between
had to find a shortcut.
when I
I
can read
barely
and
made it. Crossed the finish line with a broken ankle.
This isn't the proving, Maria. This is real.
You missed my point. Getting posted to Mother's Crown? It was the boon I requested. My prize for winning.
Dun,
Trying to
dun,
live up to the
dun.
glory of the Nora hasn't killed me yet. But if it has to, I'm willing.
Oh, she's got a death wish. All right, look,
I should be going.
All
I
right.
can come talk to you later
Be
for
careful
war.
out there, Aloy.
Let's do something
I hope you
exciting.
find
Whoa,
whatever
look
it
at
is
her
you're
eyes.
The end of the Nora. Perhaps even the world. All
Oh, of
Mother
course,
give
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Remember,
All right, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna do a quick save. Okay. So I need to go over there. The fast travel system allows you to quickly return to settlements and campfires you've discovered. Interesting. I've heard tell about this fast travel system. Oh, so I need to go. Oh, wait, okay. Let me just take a look at this quest here. Let's see, a secret at the gates. I gotta clear the corrupted zones. So the Carja have closed the gate at Day Tower. I'm trying to get to this place. I kind of forget why, but it's not important. Who's texting me? I know. Thanks, Dad. Take a look at how beautiful this game is. It's nighttime. I wish it would turn day. Oh, gosh. Look at that sunset. Dad texted me to make sure that I knew you were live. Rachel, if you want, I can join in Discord and you can talk to me. We can just be on a call. Isn't it gorgeous? Wait till you see it, the dawn. Okay, I want to go to this first one, I think. Oh no, that one's way too far. Oh gosh. Oh, we're going into places that I've never seen yet. All right, let's go to this one. Look at the contextual animations. They put so much effort into this game. Oh, we're gonna see some combat. Yep, these are the corrupted things that I have to kill. It's a very much of a stealth game, Rachel, so
Those machines. You can see the corruption coming off them like smoke. Time to clear them out.
I love how she talks about what's happening. They just put so much effort in. Okay, clear them. I gotta kill all these machines. They look really scary, don't they? Alright, here's the plan. I'm gonna use my long shot bow, because that does more damage. Right in the eye. Ooh. Oh, that was a good hit too. Oh gosh, she's already up here! Whoa! That's not what I wanted to do. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, they're way more powerful than I thought they were gonna be. They're different from normal monsters. The corrupted versions are scarier. Ow, my face. Oh gosh, I'm in a fully corrupted area. That's dealing damage to me and I'm moving slowly. Oh, that's not where I want to be. Alright, I gotta take down one of these guys. Hold still. There we go. Ow! Got him. One down. Okay, second one, lowest health. Got him. Just this guy now. Come on, bro. Yeah. Ow. Okay. Ow. Okay, they dealt a lot more damage than I thought. Discord? Okay. Rachel, just go back into the Pizza Party Discord that we used. The stream will be able to hear you, just so you know. And go ahead and join Game Room 1. Hello. Oh, hang on.
Hello.
There you are. Yeah, you were really quiet for a second.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh. What else is new?
Oh,
I can hear you.
I can hear myself on the video.
What else is...
You can mute it, oh gosh.
Wow, okay,
Just
you're on the
mute-
phone now.
Okay. Just mute the video, like mute the YouTube video.
Oh, okay, right. Alright, smart.
Since you don't need to hear me from there anyway.
An eternal loop.
Yeah, I'm used to playing with people like who aren't wearing headphones and stuff like that. Discord's good for gaming and because it's lightweight, relatively lightweight.
Yeah.
But yeah, today I was just messing around in this game for a couple hours, and so like I went down to this dungeon and discovered the ability to take control of certain monsters so that they would fight for me.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We have a couple of other viewers. I wonder who they are. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. What's new with you?
Wow, that was creepy. You looked at me. When you said, what's new with you?
In the
Ah! Yeah, what's new with me? Let's see. I had Taco Bell. That was nice. Oh, you can crouch in the little buttercups.
These, yeah. When these bushes are like make me almost completely invisible, which I think is hilarious because they have like red tops. And she's a redhead.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, it's mostly a stealth game.
Nice.
Oh, look. Oh, she also has this thing on the side of her head. Let's see if we can take a look at it.
Oh.
On her ear. Right. There.
Yeah. Wait, do that again. I gotta get a screenshot. That was...
Wait, I gotta position it right here. Oh, she's moving.
Yeah. It's good for social media. You should make it so you're kissing her.
How about you tell us about oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name because I'm multitasking here.
The morph?
Morph, yeah.
Yeah. At the music school. It's all online. And I teach there. And I started it. And it's pretty cool. You can learn all about music. And not only just like lessons, but everything that makes music fun. So playing with other people, learning different styles, learning the theory behind it. Always enforcing what you are learning with like games. And you know, so it's not just like a dry academic subject, but something that you can keep with you forever.
That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So teaching about the history and like what makes it fun. What's something that you taught recently? Like within like maybe in your last class that involved that part of it.
Yeah, well, for instance, there was a fiddle class on Sunday, and everybody learned a fiddle tune. So my private student and I were able to like review the fiddle tune and kind of be like, wow, you like remembered all that from just a half an hour of work. And it's, you know, easy to play, but it's fun because it's in a different style. And then I was able to kind of embellish it with all the Scottish ornaments that you would use. And she was like, whoa, that's so cool. And then just kind of so that it's cool and fun instead of just kind of like, okay, yeah, yawn, whatever, do it all right, okay, cool.
Right. Okay. So fiddle is violin, but when you're playing Scottish folksy music, is that what it is?
Scottish and Irish, and it's a style of playing like jazz,
All right.
but specifically for violin and viola. So it's like instead of jazz violin, you would just say fiddle, because it's a style on an instrument.
Right.
Ooh.
Look at him.
Cool.
Okay. He's down. So it's like a Scottish violin. So like you would say a jazz violin if you were playing jazz.
Right. Yeah. So fiddle can definitely be Scottish or Irish. I think it's actually a little bit more common to be Irish, and I'm not like an expert in it. That's why we bring in a fiddle teacher. So she might, what I'm saying might be slightly wrong, but yeah, folk and fiddle are very similar to each other / related. Have a lot of overlap.
I've added in a couple of extra related tags since we're talking about music.
God, I found
Oh,
this.
nice.
Someone will find it.
That's so cool. Thank you.
Who do you have lined up for your next interview?
You know, there have been a few people who are saying, kind of like different. Hang on one second. I'm sorry. I have to respond to something.
That's okay.
I accidentally
Multitasking.
heard something in group chat that was supposed to be in a single one-on-one. Okay. What was it? Do you remember the question? Because I don't. Also, the
Who's next up in your podcast?
well, that will probably be either my friend with autism or my friend with ADHD. But, you know, it's funny because when you are doing a podcast with people who have mental struggles, whether it's, you know, different neurotype or a disability of some sort or whatever, there's quite a lot more involved with getting the energy to start an interview. So part of it is, you know, being inconsistent and working with that inconsistency and never making anybody feel bad for not being able to show up when they said they would, because you know how hard it is. So we're in a little bit of a pause right now, but hopefully we'll get somebody really soon, because I'm not going to stop making it.
That's really good. And you're right, because it would be kind of like counterintuitive to, treat them, I don't know, I guess,
Like, typical.
ableist. Yeah.
Yes.
normal, it would be
Yay!
hypocritical.
Definitely. I'm impressed you can talk while you do this. You're just hacking at its butt.
Yeah, I was in a horrible position. I'm actually really low on health.
Oh no. How do you get health?
You collect these specific types of weeds that are around that you can use
Useful.
for healing. It's actually really, I like the healing system. It's cool because you can heal mid-battle. It's pretty easy. It's like a fluid, it's a continuous amount of healing, sort of. Even though it is a specific number, it's like, I don't know. you press the button and it heals. It uses as much healing ability as as you need. You don't like drink a potion and it heals you, even if like you don't need to be healed that much, it kind of wastes it. With this one, it's like just
Aw.
a shuttling of your health over time. Ooh, can I get this goose? Oh, I missed it.
I want a goose.
Have you ever had goose?
I'm just kidding. Like as food?
Still waiting for an answer.
I don't think I have. Have you?
No.
Oh, okay. Do people eat geese?
Yeah.
Please!
I know they eat ducks.
Wait, hold on. There's someone down here that needs help.
Oh, lanterns. Oh! Everything I'm saying is very late to you, I assume.
Whoa! Yeah, I just died.
What was... Oh no! It's funny getting predictions of what's gonna happen. Because you're like, I just died. Like, you're in the thick of a battle. I'm like, well, I guess I know how this is gonna end.
Yeah. I don't even know where I am anymore. Where did it save? What were we talking about?
Same. I think we had stopped talking about things. But I just sent you a picture because Earl Grey is literally snuggling the YouTube video.
Is he really?
Yep.
Oh, he is. Look at him.
Pretty adorable.
Is he still there? If I like...
Yeah, he's still there. You're right under his nose. Oh, wait, I have to get a video for your fans. Okay. Nice. As your social media manager, I
Nice.
appreciate the opportunity to use my new cat.
This
my phone.
thing over here, he's nasty.
Whoa,
Really difficult to fight.
blue dragon.
He's got a lot of health, and he deals a lot of damage. And I do not
Ew.
have what it takes to take him right now. Oh, look at the light bending through the trees in a couple of seconds.
I see that. Even better. Pretty! Oh, the sky is pretty up there. Look at the sunset up at the top.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, there's actually this really cool feature. Here, wait, let me show you.
I would just stop playing the game and just look at the sky.
Yeah, sometimes I do that. Okay, wait, watch. You can go into photo mode,
Oh,
and what's this? I want to turn off the greetings, and you can change, like, her pose.
no. Huh. Nice. Fearless.
She does so many different
Naive.
poses. Oh, she's
Oh my
amazing.
god. Naive. Oh. Is he laying down?
Yeah, she's, like, chilling.
I like how they animate her moving from one position to another slightly.
Yeah,
Like-
and the clothing flops because of the speed with which
Yeah.
she shifted to the position. And you can change like the time of day for the for the photo, which I think is incredible. Here, I'll
It is interesting. This is the stuff. Whoa. Oh, time lapse. You should just make pretty artistic videos, and that's it. You know. Whoa.
definitely pretty cool.
That would make a really cool video for your social media.
The time lapse.
Yeah.
To your business.
That's a joke, but not one you would get. It's for
Oh.
people streaming, you can clip things on Twitch, but not on YouTube.
Oh.
What's up
Oh,
here?
and record.
I don't have many
There's a little
shards, and lives are on the line.
You're right.
Mhm.
Mind
With
if I go
people.
looking for your friends?
Curiosities would ruin
And a merchant. Kind of need to talk to this merchant. Hopefully I can get some health potions.
Little
Yes.
guy was on the video.
I need some wire.
Mhm.
Some
Oh.
dice.
You hear my reference?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said hooks and some wire.
Hooks and some wow.
Every once in a while, I'm proud of an impression, and then you do it back, and I'm like, oh.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. It's a good skill. I wonder if you have high oral phantasia.
What's that?
So phantasia is the name they've given for like the inner senses. So like when you can visualize something or hear something in your head. And my theory is that like musicians either have or develop excellent oral phantasia, but yours might be even better because you can do impressions so well that you can hear them probably really loudly in your head or really accurately, so that you can just copy what you hear in your head.
Right. So like the Fantasia is the
Oh, it will be aural, so Aural. Don't do that.
U
Aur.
Ural. R.
Wait. Go back up. Oh, right. There's a delay. Aur, not OR. So aural, like as to do with the ear, auditory.
Aural.
Yeah.
Aural hyperphantasia.
Yeah. Or high oral phantasia is
Oh, yeah,
good
it
enough.
does say high.
There you go.
That's anonymous.
AU, not OU. Sorry.
Yeah, I caught on. It's the delay.
Oh god. I keep forgetting about it. There we go. Wait, maybe. Yeah, that seems similar.
Auditory hyperphantasics.
That would be probably the people who experience it. So hyperphantasics. And auditory means oral, so those words are almost exactly the same. Oral and oral. Oh no! That's just a book.
Yeah. I'm looking for a resource that talks about it. But yeah, so then the Fantasia is
having to do with it.
what's happening in your head, and so
Yeah.
the it would be aural Fantasia, which is like imagining the voices in your head. So if you have a
Yeah.
high aural Fantasia, it's really accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Fantasiae is the plural of Fantasia.
Really?
Wait.
That's cool.
A Hellenistic philosophy, in Hellenistic philosophy, the term fantasiae is information based on sense experience. Cool. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because I don't know, and that's like in combination with my relative pitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you can remember melodies really well. And additionally, did you know that people can have aphantasia, which means that they cannot experience that sense on an internal level at all?
I do remember hearing about that.
Yeah. So they don't hear their voice in their head, or they can't remember the way a cat feels, like they can't physically imagine what it would feel like.
That's crazy. That's
They can't.
What an interesting way to see the world. Like, how would that change their priorities about what's important? And like,
Yeah. They're just think more conceptually, you know, because it's not like they don't think.
yeah. And like, what did they? If you put two people in the room and one of them had aphantasia, what kind of different ideas would they come up with between the two of them, like given the same task? And
Yeah.
who would do it quicker, faster, or slower? Which would come out better? What types of tasks? How does it change the way they do math versus the way? Because if you don't have to say it to yourself while you're doing it, wouldn't that change how quickly you did math in your head?
Wait, say it again?
If you don't have to say it, if you don't have to say it to yourself in your head, wouldn't that change how quickly you did math in your head?
Oh. Maybe. I see math in my head. I wouldn't say, like, I wouldn't hear it no matter what I did.
That's probably a reflection of my specific learning disability, the reading aspect.
Yeah, it probably makes you process visual things differently, right?
And I read aloud in my head, which people say you're not supposed to do. That slows you down.
Oh. Oh. That's interesting. So you have to skip over your Fantasia.
I guess.
Deny yourself the Fantasia. Good advice for processing disorders. My phone is gonna die. I have to move. Poor cat.
Here they come.
These
Corrupted
monsters
watchers.
can't get to me, I think. So they're mad.
I actually spent the past day or two battling ableism on TikTok.
Oh yeah. How were you going about that?
Depends on the situation. There were quite a lot of different methods. So the original thing was there was this video that got 400,000 likes, and it was a video of a mom videotaping her 19-year-old autistic child with low verbal ability, yelling at her for saying, not even yelling, basically kind of like bothering her and making fun of her and infantilizing her for saying the F word to a teacher in class, which, first of all, she's 19. She doesn't have to be in that kind of school anymore. Second of all, I don't know, she's an adult. And yes, respect is important. However, she also has tics, including verbal tics. So it could have been a tic. Nobody was asking her what she was upset about that made her say that. And she was just treating her like she was like a 4-year-old child. And the autistic girl was clearly in distress, like severe distress.
Yeah.
And her mom was posting it for everybody to laugh at. And 400,000 people liked it and said, "You're such a great mom." So I was like, okay, let's outline all the mistakes in this one video alone, shall we? And then I like analyzed all her body language to show people like, okay, see, this girl's clearly in distress and nobody's noticing it. And I had several people come to me and say like, oh, you're totally right. Oh my gosh, I see it now. I don't know how I didn't see it before. And then I had a couple people arguing with me for like the past 24 hours.
Wow.
about how actually it's totally fine, and this mom is doing the best she can. She doesn't have a PhD in autism, so what do we expect? I'm like, well, I do expect the bare amount of human decency and research
Yeah.
from somebody who births someone who has a different neurotype. You can't abuse her into acting neurotypical.
Yeah, especially if like she clearly knows that that's what's going on.
Right. It's like, I did get her to remove the original video when I posted the analyses of the body language, but it was, she posted a second video like, look, see, she's totally fine with it. And, you know, if you're reading something or listening something, you probably can't hear somebody else talk, right? Because you have a processing disorder, right?
Yes. Yeah, I know. Other people are deaf. Like, I'm deaf to other people.
Right, exactly. So the same thing is true for this girl. Literally, the mom posted the video and said, she has an oral processing disorder, ha ha ha. Like, not even, I don't know if she was laughing at her specifically for that, but she was like, oh, it's so cute, basically. And she had the girl watch her own video of her doxing her to 400,000 people. And while she was watching the video, so closely, in fact, that she was lip-syncing to it, and clearly not hearing her mom at all. Her mom kept saying, is that okay? Is it okay if I share with your friends? Can I put it up? Is this okay? Does this bother you? And she's just like nodding and like clearly not hearing the question and just trying not to get in trouble, you know? And I'm like, how can you think this makes it okay? And I analyzed that one and showed how upset she was. She was plugging her ears against the sound of her own voice because she was completely overloaded and she was so embarrassed. I'm like, and we're supposed to be the ones who are worse at reading body language and facial expressions? Like, look at, she's in obnoxious distress. Like, I would punch somebody if I was being that distressed intentionally and having them laugh at me. Like, just because she doesn't have the words. And then the whole second half of the video was her yelling, no. And her mom kept asking more and more questions that were, like, clearly not being heard. And what she meant by no was, stop it. It was just a whole mess. So I was analyzing it, and basically people kept, like, calling me a bully.
Right, yeah, well, you can't ever say anything without naysayers. That's always going to happen.
That is true. True. In fact, I was thankful because this one lady kept making so many comments that she and I posted about 100 comments back and forth to each other. I'm like, thank you for boosting me in the algorithm. I'll take it. Do the horse things see you if you move?
For all mother!
Well, they can hear me.
Oh.
Why is this firing? Yeah, that video seems indicative of the entire parent on social media culture.
Yeah. Definitely. Whoa, that was a nice
For the Nora.
dodge there. Way back then. It does, and it also represents an incredible lack of knowledge about autism and how accepted it is to abuse autistic people for being themselves. Did you know that negative reinforcement is now outlawed for people to use in schools in Minnesota, particularly with the disabled, because it amounts psychologically to torture?
I did not know that it was outlawed. That's crazy. And where?
Yeah. In Minnesota. It's actually illegal in Minnesota now.
How do they enforce that?
That I don't know. But I learned it from somebody else on TikTok who practices this kind of thing in Minnesota, so...
What is negative reinforcement?
It's when you take away something that is incredibly valued by the person as a way to get them to stop the behavior.
Gotcha.
Negative reinforcement is soundly proven not to work for anybody, let alone disabled people who don't understand the consequences, don't understand the rules and the situations in which they're applied, at least not in this case, you know, people like this. And it just makes the world frustrating, confusing, and terrifying, and they lose their most valued things.
Yeah.
And they don't understand why. And they learn to completely just, like, be battered into obedience, which is dangerous and leaves them vulnerable to abuse because they have to do exactly what every single adult says, no matter what, even if it makes them like scream with discomfort to be forced to copy the sentence that they've been told to say. Sia made a movie that she claims is autistic advocacy. She hired an autistic actor at first because I don't know why. Probably there's rumors that she didn't even and that she's just lying about it, but she hired an autistic actress and the autistic actress couldn't cope with the setting. So instead of accommodating her needs, Sia fired her and hired Maddie Ziegler. They model prone restraint in the movie, which is the leading cause of death in disabled people, and allowed in schools for some reason. It's legal. It's when they like pull your hands behind your back and kneel on you so that you can't move at all, which of course causes further trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And often restricts their airways and kills them. So, cheery stuff. But anyway, she got a Golden Globe for the movie.
I think I missed whether or not like the movie that she made was supportive or not supportive of autistic people.
She's pretending that it is. She's like, oh, like autistic advocacy, but she's just posing in order to make millions. Meanwhile, modeling and spreading word about and normalizing multiple times in the movie one of our leading causes of death. And hiring a neurotypical actress, not even an actress, a dancer, who, by the way, Maddie Ziegler was so uncomfortable playing the role that she cried on set multiple times and tried to quit. And to learn how to act autistic, she watched kids having meltdowns. And so everything she does is quote-unquote stereotypically autistic. And she's infantilized and treated like a child through the whole movie. And then they're like, oh, look how beautiful they are. Yeah. But she literally is on air. I can send you the video of her saying that nonverbal people might as well be inanimate objects, like a hat. Actually, the interviewer said it to her, but she agreed with it without blinking.
That's a shame that someone in such a powerful position has such a misunderstanding of the like such a greatly important issue.
Thank you. It is, and it's not for lack of being told, because the autistic community, we all reached out to her, and we've tried to argue with her and raise awareness, and it just doesn't matter, because people don't listen to the autistic community. So like she said really ableist stuff. So some of people were like, "Oh, I know so many autistic actresses and actors. Like you could have hired any one of us." And then she responded like, "For the whole world to see, well, maybe you just suck at acting." Like, you know, instead of I don't know, just basically bullying us. Anyway, it's a topic I like a lot, so I could talk about it all day, but I don't want to go on. I'm monologuing.
Well, yeah, it's important, but I don't know. Maybe we can move on to a more positive topic.
Definitely.
Like how I can best. Oh gosh, oh that's really trippy. Hang on, look at the stream in a second.
It's Bob Ross.
Oh yeah, he's doing happy little trees.
So pretty.
No, that's over. No, I want to. I think it's just because I'm up too high. I think if there's clouds in the way.
Whoa, we're spinning. What are you trying to get to happen?
I was trying to make it look less foggy.
Oh.
Oh, I think it's because it's snowing. Can you see the snow on stream?
Yes. Oh, not the movement of the snow, but I can see it on the mountains.
Yeah, there's snow flakes falling. It's kind of hard to see with the low bit rate. I don't have the world's greatest internet connection. I think it'll be better when I finally get my 3080 graphics card, which I ordered knowing that it was going to take a while to come in. I've got a perfectly good graphics card, but when I get the latest one, it's going to be a game changer for streams. Wait, check out this monster. It looks like a peacock.
I can see the snow, by the way, on the dark background.
Oh, good, good. Oh
Anything for
gosh,
the
he looks
pig.
nasty.
Is it a monster that's a peacock?
And the robot. It's a corrupted long leg. Oh, it's not a peacock. It's an ostrich.
Oh,
It's these things that
Oh.
I'm on top and looking down at them.
I see it now.
They also shoot lasers, which is pretty scary.
Wow. They shoot lasers. What an interesting concept. What game is this?
This is Horizon Zero Dawn. It was originally released
look at it
on
quickly.
the PlayStation and was recently, within the last couple of months, ported to PC.
Nice.
Oh gosh, they've got a lot of health. Oh, ow! Okay. They have sonic attacks, which is terrifying.
Oh no.
He just screamed at me really loud.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's like these monsters weren't always attacking people. They were like used for tasks in the old world by the ancient people who made all this technology. But now we just harvest them and use them to make weapons and to hunt more of them and get by in this post-apocalyptic world. I like the post-apocalyptic settings because like they've figured out how to make things better. Like, do you remember the movie Ender's Game?
Oh. You know, I don't know if I actually saw that. Wait, was that the one in outer space?
Yes.
That's all
the
I
outer
remember.
space one. Oh, well, in the movie and in the book, I guess, but I only watched the movie. I'm about to start reading the books. Those are my next series of books that I'm going to read. But in that movie, it's post-apocalyptic. So the apocalypse happened like 50 years ago when the movie is set, and they almost lost to the alien invasion. Things were destroyed. They barely got out alive. And then they recovered, and we get to see the recovered Earth, and there's like trees everywhere, and like the technology is like super environmentally friendly. There's solar panels everywhere. That's the impression that you get when you're watching the film.
Okay.
And it's really beautiful to look at. And I like seeing people's thoughts of what futuristic societies might look like.
Yeah.
Like if we actually get better at taking care of the world, as opposed to like
Mhm.
the apocalyptic ones where we're just
Yes, I actually
Trashing
have
it.
considered writing a short story on a society in which people who provide like the actually most valuable services to humans are paid the most instead of like friggin' Wall Street people. So like
Mhm.
janitors are paid really highly and treated with like the utmost respect, and teachers are as well. And then people who just like sit around all day and trade stocks are like treated like judges are.
That's interesting. I would read that.
Yay. That's the only thing is I only have a concept and no plot or characters whatsoever.
Yeah, I feel you. Sometimes though. I could tell you like 30 different book concepts. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that I have in my mind. Well, maybe not 30, but a lot.
Nice.
Man, these things have a lot of health.
Yeah.
It's so vivid, this game, that I can like feel the heat coming off the fire as it gets close to me. It's Crazy.
Nice. That's cool.
One of these days, I'd like to show you it in person on my 720p. Or no, wait, that's not true. On my HD monitor with 144 frames per second.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I sprung for the monitors.
Yeah.
They're the most expensive piece of, like, they're the most expensive single units of my setup.
Epic. We have to figure out how to get you a whole bunch of viewers because this is fun.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I hope to be doing in the future. I think it's pretty fun.
As long as you enjoy the actual doing of it, then it doesn't really matter how long it takes to get followers, you know?
Yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm having fun in the process.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what people really mean when they say, do the work you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That's, you know, that's kind of more what they mean.
Yeah, plus I'm not in this to make money. The thing that the people say when they're like teaching you how to start a YouTube channel is like, don't do it because you're trying to be rich.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah, I'll never know, like, what TikToks are super popular. Like, I'm up to 50,000 views on the TikTok about Edward Scissorhands and one of the 7 TikToks about Lilo. And I don't know why those two. Other than the fact that everybody can relate to it.
There's a website called, let's see, Social Blade, and I think they have a section on TikTok, and Instagram, where you make an account. Now, I haven't yet verified if it's trustworthy because they ask for a lot of permissions, like to be able to post to your account, modify what videos are on there and stuff like that. But I have heard two of the biggest YouTubers that I know of reference it and say that they use it. So I haven't looked into it yet, but take a look at it because it's like more analytics for your stuff. So like it might give you basically, yeah, analytics is the best part, like the best thing to look at. Do you know who Mr. Beast is?
No.
Mr. Beast is the archetypal YouTuber. He lots of people copy his style, specifically gamers, I think, but also like he's not only a gamer. He has like several different channels, and he does like he's one of the richest YouTubers.
$1,000 ice cream, I see.
Yeah, he gets a lot of stuff. And he's got the algorithm down pat for YouTube because that's all he does. He studies how well his videos are doing. Like he'll go into his videos and see when people click off, like when they get bored, and he'll be like, okay, maybe I sneezed, or maybe I let that cut take too long, and so he changes that and like keeps trying. So maybe there are similar analytics for TikTok, where like, I don't know, you can see like the age group that people that are watching, or where they came from, who they follow, who are some of the biggest people that they follow. I don't know. You take a look at different features of your audience and try and figure out why it worked. And maybe that's specific to YouTube, but that's what I heard.
Sounds good to me.
But specifically with the Lilo and Stitch one, I think that's because lots of people love Lilo and Stitch, so they probably saw it and noticed it, you know?
Right, yeah, that's true. It's something that's relatable to a lot of people childhood-wise. Plus, a lot of people argued with it, which put it up in the algorithm, too.
Yeah, there's that negative publicity thing.
Everyone's like, she's not autistic. I'm like, just because you don't know what autism actually is doesn't mean that she's not autistic.
I don't know. I think it's important to not put too much stock into what
Definitely.
the people say on the
Yeah.
internet. While
Sure.
while it is fine to engage with them and whatever, just try not to
Yeah.
like people have to try not to let it affect themselves personally.
That is well said. I find it's kind of a litmus test of how I'm doing with my self confidence because if I I just saw your post of you like with the same leaning on your hand like the
Mhm.
character is. I forget what I was saying completely.
You were saying that it's a litmus test of how you're feeling personally. I was talking
Yeah,
about
my self confidence. Yeah, because I can notice like whether it personally affects me or not, and most of the time it's like, you know what, actually, like, I don't care what you have to say. Like, you're an ableist. Why would your opinion matter to me? Like, I am sure I know more about autism than many doctors. So, because people don't specialize in autism, and there's a ridiculous amount of information on the internet, and I spend all my time researching it and learning about it from people who are autistic and not just like the straight old white men who don't know anything about the lived experience of autism and birth things like conversion therapy and ABA, which, by the way, was the same guy. And ABA is the type of reaction to autistic people that was demonstrated in the video that I critiqued about the mom with the daughter.
ABA is what?
Applied behavioral analysis, and it is abuse. It's treating autism like a disease and forcing autistic people to act as though they are neurotypical, just like conversion therapy is forcing gay people to act like they're straight.
Right.
And they're incredibly harmful. And psychological torture.
Yeah, I can. It's rough.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah. There's a difference between tough love and actual abuse, you know? Big difference. Big difference. Dragon.
Oh,
That's fine.
check
You
out
look
that
like
dodge.
Oh, I take him back. This delay. Why am I yawning? I'm tired.
It's because this game is kind of boring to watch.
Plus, I'm
Almost
talking
got
about.
this guy.
I'm not bored.
No.
It's kind of nice being able to speak for people who can't speak for themselves, because I'm on a different part of the spectrum, and that's dicey territory saying that because they are able to communicate for themselves. But what I mean is to be able to better like kind of like change my communication style / have more flexibility with it. Like I recognize that as a privilege, and to be able to use that to help people who I like really understand on a gut level, even though we're on different parts of the spectrum, is really fun to be able to do.
Yeah,
Ew,
that's awesome.
Thank you.
I don't know if I said this in the. I forget which chat I said this in, but it just sort of reminded me because you were talking about like how your purpose with that with your TikTok channel. I inadvertently made the purpose of my YouTube channel pretty much exactly the same as that of Mr. Rogers.
Oh.
I didn't realize that it was this thing, but I heard somebody explain like Mr. Rogers' purpose in making his TV show. Like he saw the things that that kids in his day were watching, and that it didn't really have any value and didn't make them feel good about themselves and didn't teach them anything. And so he was inspired to do that. He wanted to make something that they could watch that would teach them how to cope with important things and like deal with their emotions and like in a good way and like not be just like mindless, useless content. And so that was what I'm doing here. I'm trying to be the person that they can come to watch fun games, right? Because that's what they're watching people for. But not be like toxic, like I see so many of like the top gaming YouTubers. You know, like there was recently this there's this controversy about how they banned certain words on Twitch because people were using them too much to be super verbally abusive and stuff. And like there's like cancel culture, and even YouTubers who are friends are verbally pretty nasty to each other. And sometimes you can tell it's because they're friends, and that's cool. Like, you know, people sometimes friends, like I have friends on that level, like that I can insult and they know that that's not what I mean. But there's a difference, and it's difficult, like between that and what some people do, and it's hard to tell sometimes, and it's hard to tell what's right and what's normal. So I want to be the kind of guy that they can go to and see examples of good behavior. I'm not going to be all like, I don't want to be like preachy to them and tell them, oh, this is how you treat someone when they're being mad. I want to show them.
Right.
You know?
That's great.
And I just realized, that's kind of what Mr. Rogers was doing.
That is exactly what he was doing. That's really cool.
Thank you.
I'll take you down.
Dang, I got him. See, now this is what Breath of the Wild should have been.
Oh.
That wasn't a warning.
They're like, these hunters would have taken this battle and been fine without me, but I'm helping them because I happened to be walking by and I heard them yelling. And the world is filled with monsters that are diverse in attack patterns and abilities, and you need to take them down in different ways because they have different strengths and weaknesses between each other. Whereas in Breath of the Wild, the monsters were essentially copies of each other, with like different sizes, and the biggest variation between them was their attack power and health, not necessarily how they attacked or how they defended, or whether or not they were weak to some elementals versus other elementals. You know, and it was really annoying to everyone who played the game, I think. Even people who were great fans of the game, like I am. Like, it's a fantastic, beautiful game, but, like, they missed something.
Are these people able to like update their games according to feedback?
No, Nintendo does not update their games. Nintendo tends not, like, it feels like Nintendo doesn't listen to people when they make Zelda games.
Yeah, probably. They probably just go with what works because it works.
Damn, no more of these.
I didn't realize that Aloy cursed. Can I turn that off?
Huh?
My main character sometimes talks about what's happening, and she just cursed.
I probably can.
been streaming for about an hour. I think I'll end the stream. That doesn't mean that we have to stop talking. But, wow. This was actually a pretty successful stream. We got a lot of
Yay.
people watching.
Oh, good. People are listening. Dog.
Not necessarily at the same time, but we definitely had at least 7 people tune in.
Oh, sweet. That's great. Yay.
Hopefully it was a combination of the thumbnail, my tags, the title, and YouTube promoting me.
Sweet.
Alright, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This was super fun, exactly what I needed. And as always, have fun.